All right, welcome to Spannabis 2014. I'm Jeff Green, sitting here with Dutch Passions Yaka. Yeah. All right, so how you doing today, man?
I'm doing really well. Yeah, it's great over here in Spain. Sun, nice smoke, so good life. Yeah.
Okay, good to hear. Now, you were just telling me, I found a little bit of information about you, but why don't you just go about telling me again about what got you involved with Dutch Passion? When did your passion for the cannabis business begin, and so forth?
Yeah. Well, for me personally, cannabis has been an important thing during my whole life. Actually, since I was a teenager, I started to get interested in cannabis and started growing and experimenting. And since ever, it has been important for me. But most of the time as a hobby. And well, when I got a bit older, I found out that there's a whole business behind cannabis, and that's when I applied for a job at Cannabis Seed Company in Amsterdam. And it was a great combination. I could use my talents there, and since 4 years now I'm enjoying working in the seed company. Yeah.
Okay, good. That's good to hear. And I know some of that work is really interesting. It's actually laid out in front of us.
Yeah.
So how about you go ahead and explain what we see here and talk about all the present good things you guys have been doing at Dutch Passion.
Okay, well, we're innovating on a lot of product groups. One of the important groups is the high CBD medical strains. But we're also working very much on the automatic varieties. We call them auto-fems because they're automatic and feminized. And here in this newspaper, Spanish newspaper, there's some information about our latest auto-fem varieties. For example, Auto Mazar, which is over here. Here are more pictures of Auto Mazar, and also Auto Ultimate, which is one which will be introduced soon. Those plants are able to yield a lot of grams from one single plant, and the growers also use that new style of growing. They grow one single plant in a large pot with as much light as they can get their hands on, and in that way they produce like 200, 300, sometimes even more grams from one single plant. So that's very interesting.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm sure that has a lot of people happy.
Oh yes, they are very happy, especially for people who are in countries or places where they can only have one plant, because there are a lot of countries where it's only allowed to have one single plant. So for those people, it's really interesting to take the maximum yield out of the one plant.
Okay, so, developing things like this, obviously there's a lot of expertise behind that. Can you go into some detail, talk about who you guys have on your team contributing to these great outcomes?
Yeah. Well, we invest a large part of our time and money and people in development, selecting products, testing products, and of course the whole breeding process, which I cannot really explain you all the details about. But well, it's something which costs us a lot of time. We've been around since the late 80s, since 1987. We're one of the oldest seed companies in the world, and we've ever been crossing, selecting, choosing, and improving our products. I would like to promote our newest variety, Auto Durban Poison. It's an automatic variety, auto-fem as well, but this one is especially for growing outdoors, which is great because it's big, it's mold resistant, and not only easy to grow indoors, but also very easy to grow outdoors. And I think that's going to be a really big one. So remember that one, Auto Durban Poison.
Okay. And you ship, as far as where you ship, where are you currently? What is your green zone? I mean, are you shipping to all the major continents?
We are shipping ourselves from Amsterdam to everywhere in the European Union. So that's also including the UK. We do not really ship outside of Europe because there are many legal issues. However, there are people, I don't know how they do it, who resell our seeds in other countries. So everywhere around the globe you can find our seeds. There are many people coming to Amsterdam and sending them over there, whatever. So you can find our seeds everywhere.
Okay. And the goal would be, once those markets do open up, you guys obviously get some of the markets.
At the moment that we can legally work somewhere, we will work there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Spannabis today. So what's tomorrow for Dutch Passions? What do you guys have planned for the future?
Well, in the future we are going to invest more on the high CBD variety. So when we are back in Amsterdam, we're going to continue with that project. We think that it's very interesting to see people having such benefits from our plants. We think we have to invest more in those varieties, just as a compassion thing. Apart from that, of course, we keep working on productive, stable, easy to grow varieties in general.
Okay, all right. And how's the turnout been so far? You satisfied?
Yeah, great. Spannabis is one of the best shows of Europe. It's always big fun here, nice people, good food and good smokes, so it's fantastic. Yeah.
All right.